What if I told you the Hunger Games actually happened? In the summer of 1933, the Soviet Union is arresting millions of civilians in the Purge and placing them within the Gulag, and many of them are kulaks, Ukrainian farmers who refused to work during the push for collectivization. The gulags were overflowing and Stalin needed a solution, to put the prisoners to use while also relieving the gulag system, and so he was proposed with an idea to force the prisoners to work on land in Siberia to produce food. 2 million Soviet citizens were relocated to be slaves in Siberia, and roughly 90,000 people, including criminals, were sent to the city of Tomsk. Fearing that the criminals would grow unruly and violent due to the large number of people, the Soviets transported 5,000 barges used to move timber, and were sent to a small island 3 kilometers long and 600 meters wide, called Nazino. The trip was 497 miles, and the prisoners were fed only 200 grams a day, 100 less than Auschwitz inmates received during World War II. 27 died during the trip due to hunger. And once they arrived, the Soviets dumped them on the island with no supplies to build shelter. And that night, 295 people froze to death. The next morning, the guards gave the prisoners 200 grams of raw flour. Many of the prisoners mixed the flour with dirty river water, which led to a dysentery outbreak, killing even more people. Each night, more would die by freezing or burning by sleeping too close to their fires. On the 4th day, a riot broke out, forcing the guards to return to the island. Flour rations were given again. However, the prisoners were put into 150-strong brigades that each had a representative in charge of equally distributing the flour to the brigade's members. The leaders, however, just hoarded the flour for themselves, plunging the island into further chaos. The camp doctor noticed that cannibalism had started a week into the project. Evidence showed dead bodies missing limbs, and he reported to his superiors, but it was ignored. Many died freezing to death trying to swim across the Ob River, and the few who made it across were hunted down and killed for sport by the guards. 2 days later, a further 2,000 prisoners were sent to the island. The island began to break up into different gangs and factions that would fight over each other and hunted down the weak to prey upon and eat. They would take people's hearts and livers and attach them to willow branch skewers and roast them on fires. They would slice off chunks of people while they were still alive, such as muscles and calves. Nazino, now known as Cannibal Island, became a hellhole of open warfare and deliberate murder. And only a month into the project, the Soviets ended it. Roughly 5,000 were dead and only 2,000 remained, most of them wounded and weak. This event was just one of the many fiendish things carried out by the Soviet Union.